Today, we are unlocking the most guarded secret of the world's most powerful men, a secret that has nothing to do with what they did, but everything with who they let into their heads. Through 20 years of research, I discovered a startling truth. Your mind is as porous as a sponge, constantly absorbing the invisible vibrations of everyone around you. You can spend hours in solitary meditation, charging your internal battery through transmutation, but if you step out of your study and into a den of drifters, your power will vanish in minutes. This is the tragic reality of the unshielded mind. Most men fail not because they lack the capacity for greatness, but because they lack the iron will to protect their vibration from the psychic parasites of mediocrity. If you've ever felt drained, distracted, or suddenly stuck, you aren't lacking talent, you're lacking a shield. Let us build that fortress together. I have observed that there is no such thing as a neutral association. Every person you allow into your inner circle is either a charging station or a grounding wire. There is no middle ground. When you are in the presence of a person who harbors thoughts of fear, poverty, or resentment, their aura acts as a vibrational anchor. Even if they do not speak a word of their negativity, the very frequency of their presence creates a drag on your own magnetism. This is the law of harmonious attraction in reverse. If your vibrations are not in harmony, they are in conflict. And in every conflict, the lower vibration seeks to pull the higher one down to its level. The scattered man is a man with no walls. He prides himself on his openness, unaware that he is allowing the trash of the world to be dumped into the sanctuary of his subconscious. He listens to the complaints of the unsuccessful, he sympathizes with the excuses of the lazy, and he wonders why his own ambition feels like a flickering candle in a gale. He has failed to realize that the mind is a chemical laboratory. When you mix a drop of poison into a gallon of pure water, the entire gallon becomes undrinkable. So it is with your mental atmosphere. One poisonous mind, allowed into your mastermind group, can sabotage the efforts of a dozen titans. I want to introduce you to the concept of the master mind shield. This is the deliberate construction of a vibrational fortress. The great industrial giants I studied were often accused of being aloof or exclusive. The truth is that they were merely practicing vibrational hygiene. They knew that their most valuable asset was their state of mind. Henry Ford did not spend his evenings in the company of men who doubted the future of the automobile. Andrew Carnegie did not invite men of low aim to his dinner table. They were the iron gatekeepers of their own minds. They understood that to maintain a high-frequency broadcast, they had to eliminate the static of the masses. How does one build this shield? It begins with the recognition of the psychic parasite. These are individuals who lack the discipline to generate their own magnetism, so they seek to feed off the energy of those who do. They are drawn to your light, not to contribute to it, but to consume it. You can identify them by the feeling of exhaustion you experience after being in their company. This is not a physical tiredness. It is a vibrational depletion. Your soul is warning you that your iron is being leached away. Iron wisdom dictates that you must cut these ties with the surgical precision of a master. To build an aura that is impenetrable, you must first master the law of selective association. You must become ruthlessly elitist with your time. This has nothing to do with social class or bank accounts. It has everything to do with vibrational class. You should only associate with those whose definite chief aim is as large as yours, or whose spirit is in perfect harmony with your own. When two or more such minds meet, they create a mastermind that acts as a protective dome. This dome filters out the low-frequency noise of the world and allows for the reception of infinite intelligence. This is the invisible wall that protects the genius from the mundane. Observe the Iron Gatekeeper in action. When he enters a room, he does not adjust his vibration to match the crowd. He remains fixed. He is the vibrational leader. If the crowd is negative, his shield is so dense that their words simply bounce off him like pebbles off a tank. He has practiced the art of controlled indifference. He hears the news of disaster, the rumors of failure, and the whispers of doubt, but he does not receive them. He has given his subconscious mind a standing order. Accept only that which is in harmony with my definite chief aim. Reject all else. This shield is reinforced through the daily ritual of mental fumigation. Just as you wash your body to remove the dust of the day, you must wash your mind to remove the vibrational dust of the world. At the end of every day, sit in silence and visualize your aura. See any dark spots where the negativity of others has tried to cling to you. Use the fire of your imagination to burn these spots away until your field is once again a brilliant, coherent white light. This is not a metaphor. It is a psychological cleansing that restores your magnetic voltage. Without this audit, the dust accumulates until your aura becomes gray and sluggish. The most dangerous parasites are often those closest to us, friends and family members who mean well but are vibrationally bankrupt. They will tell you your dreams are too big. They will warn you to be realistic. They will project their own fears onto your canvas. This is the ultimate test of the iron will. You must learn to love them from a distance, or learn to build a wall so thick that their words never reach your subconscious. You cannot sail to the isles of success if you are carrying the lead weights of other people's limitations. You must be willing to walk alone until you find a mastermind worthy of your energy. The science of influence works both ways. If you are not influencing your environment is influencing you. There is no standing still in the ether. You are either rising to the frequency of the titans or sinking to the level of the drifters. The mastermind shield is what keeps you in the ascent. It is the pressurized cabin of the high-altitude flyer. Without it, the pressure of the world would crush your spirit before you reach the stratosphere. You must treat your mind as a sacred laboratory where the doors are locked to all but the chosen few. Think of the mastermind as a psychic battery bank. When you find one or two individuals who are in perfect harmony with you, your combined auras create a field that is thousands of times stronger than your own. This collective shield is what allowed the small groups of revolutionaries and entrepreneurs to change the course of history. They were vibrationally insulated from the doubts of the public. They lived in their own world of certainty until that certainty became so heavy that it collapsed the old reality and created a new one. This is the power of the shielded mastermind. To maintain this shield, you must also master the art of silence. Every time you share your plans with a person who lacks the vision to understand them, you are creating a leak in your shield. Their doubt acts as a corrosive acid on your magnetism. This is why I insist that you tell the world what you intend to do, but first show it. Keep your plans locked within the mastermind until they have reached the point of physical manifestation. The iron is strongest when it is kept in the furnace, not when it is pulled out to be poked at by the curious. Your aura is your responsibility. No one else will guard it for you. If you allow your magnetism to be drained, you have no one to blame but yourself. You are the architect, the smith, and the gatekeeper. The world is full of vibrational thieves who want to steal your enthusiasm because they have none of their own. Lock your doors, strengthen your walls, fine-tune your broadcast. When you walk with the master mind shield, you move with a level of confidence that is terrifying to the weak and inspiring to the strong. I challenge you today to perform a vibrational audit of your life. List the 5 people you spend the most time with. Are they charging your aura or grounding it? Are they building your shield or poking holes in it? If the answer is the latter, you know what must be done. It is better to be a sovereign of solitude than a prince of the drifters. Reclaim your power, seal your leaks, build your wall. The iron wisdom demands that you protect the fire within at all costs. Remember, the ether is a sensitive medium. It records every vibration. Make sure the record you are leaving is one of power, harmony, and unyielding purpose. The universe does not reward those who are open to everything. It rewards those who are definite about their boundaries. Be the master of your atmosphere. Be the commander of your circle. Stay in the forge and keep your shield bright. This is the way of the Titan. This is the iron wisdom. Whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve, but only if the fortress of the mind is secure. Build your wall, forge your future, stand firm. The construction of this mental fortress is not a passive act of isolation, but an active engagement of the will. You must realize that your mind is a sanctuary, yet most men treat it like a public thoroughfare where any passing thought, any wandering drifter, and any merchant of misery is allowed to trample through. To be iron is to be exclusive. I have sat in the presence of men who commanded the fate of nations, and I can tell you that their most striking characteristic was not their intelligence, but their vibrational threshold. They simply did not allow low-frequency thoughts to cross the threshold of their consciousness. They had developed a psychic immune system that identified and neutralized negative suggestions before they could take root in the subconscious. In my years of research, I discovered that the most insidious form of vibrational leakage occurs through what I call social sympathy. This is the tendency of the well-meaning man to lower himself to the level of his companions to avoid appearing arrogant. You see a friend struggling, a relative complaining, or a colleague failing, and your natural impulse is to meet them at their frequency. This is a fatal error. You cannot pull a man out of a pit by jumping into it with him. By matching his vibration, you are merely doubling the amount of negativity in the ether. The iron gatekeeper knows that the greatest service he can provide is to remain fixed at a high frequency, forcing the other person to either level up or naturally drift away. Your shield is not just for your protection, it is a standard of excellence for the world to follow. Let us examine the master mind as a collective energy field. When I helped Andrew Carnegie organize his thoughts, I saw that he didn't just hire men for their technical skills, he hired them for their spirit of harmony. He knew that a single brilliant man with a discordant vibration was more dangerous than 10 mediocre men with a harmonious one. Discord is a rhythm breaker. In the ether, rhythm is everything. The law of cosmic habit force uses rhythm to fix our thoughts into reality. When you allow a discordant mind into your circle, they break the rhythm of your master mind. They create interference patterns that blur the clarity of your definite chief aim. Your shield must be the filter that ensures only harmonious vibrations enter the collective field. If the rhythm is broken, the manifestation is delayed. I want to speak to you about the invisible counselors and their role in your shield. When I sit in my nightly meditations with the likes of Emerson and Lincoln, I am doing more than seeking advice. I am calibrating my shield. I am reminding my subconscious of the prestige vibration of the greats. By filling my mental space with the shadows of giants, I leave no room for the whispers of the small-minded. Your shield is not just a wall, it is a vibration generator. If the internal pressure of your own greatness is high enough, no external negativity can leak in. It is like a pressurized submarine. The deeper you go into the depths of high-stakes achievement, the more internal pressure you must maintain to keep the external weight of the world from crushing you. The scattered man is a victim of aura osmosis. He picks up the fears of his neighbors, the anxieties of the news, and the hesitations of his peers. He thinks these thoughts are his own, but they are merely vibrational contagions. He is like a man walking through a swamp without boots. Eventually, the muck seeps into his very skin. The transmuted man, however, wears iron boots. He moves through the swamp of human misery and mediocrity, but he does not become part of it. He understands that pity is a low vibration emotion that drains the battery, while compassion is a high vibration emotion that empowers. He does not pity the weak. He empowers them by remaining strong. He understands that his shield is the only thing keeping him from becoming a drifter himself. To strengthen your shield, you must practice the habit of non-response. Most men are reactive. Someone insults them and they react. The market dips and they react. A critic speaks and they react. Every reaction is a vibrational spike that tears a hole in your aura. To be iron is to be non-reactive. You see the insult, you see the dip, you see the critic, but you do not allow your internal frequency to change. You observe the world from behind your shield, but you do not let the world move the needle of your soul. This is the ultimate form of power. When the world realizes it cannot move you, it begins to follow you. This is how a leader of men is forged. He is the only fixed point in a world of chaos. Observe the drifter who tries to breach your wall. He will use guilt. He will call you cold. He will tell you that you've changed. He is right. You have changed. You have transitioned from a receiving station for his misery to a broadcasting station for your own power. His guilt is merely a tool he uses to try and ground your energy. He wants you back in the pit because your ascent makes his stagnation feel more painful. You must have the iron will to be misunderstood. You must be willing to let the dead bury their dead while you climb toward your peak. Your shield must be thick enough to withstand the guilt arrows of those who refuse to grow. This is the price of the 10th step. I have seen that the most powerful shields are built on the rock of definiteness. When you are 100% definite about what you want, where you are going, and who you are, your aura becomes a solid crystalline structure. Doubt is a liquid state. It flows and leaks. Definiteness is a solid state. The ether responds to definiteness with a level of speed that seems like magic. When your shield is made of definiteness, the thieves of time and the thieves of energy find no handhold. They slide off your presence like water off a duck's back. To be definite is to be shielded. To be hesitant is to be vulnerable. We must also discuss the vibrational hygiene of your physical environment. Your office, your bedroom, and your car are vibrational reservoirs. If you have spent months in those rooms harboring thoughts of doubt, the very walls are radiating that doubt back at you. You must exercise your environment, clean the clutter, open the windows, bring in the symbols of your definite chief aim, but most importantly, saturate the space with your voice. Speak your incantations of power into the corners of the room. Force the physical space to record your new, higher frequency. An iron shield is easier to maintain in a room that has been consecrated to success. The mastermind shield is also a filter for opportunity. When your vibration is high and your shield is strong, you will find that low vibration opportunities simply do not appear. You stop attracting the get-rich-quick schemes, the dishonest partners, and the dead-end projects. Instead, you begin to attract high-voltage opportunities that match your frequency. Your shield acts as a bouncer at the door of your life, only letting in those who are dressed in the tuxedo of purpose. This saves you years of wasted effort. You are no longer sifting through the sand of the world. You are only being presented with the gold. Do not mistake this shield for ego. The ego is a brittle wall that hides fear. The mastermind shield is a radiant field that expresses power. The ego seeks to prove itself. The iron aura simply is. You do not need to argue, you do not need to boast, and you do not need to defend your ideas with words. Your vibration does the defending for you. When you walk with iron wisdom, you carry a silent authority. This is the magnetism that Hill discovered in the presence of men like Carnegie. It wasn't what they said, it was the atmosphere they brought with them. They were the masters of their own etheric space. I challenge you now to look at your mental switchboard. Who has the direct line to your subconscious? Who are you allowing to ring your bell at any hour of the day with their problems and their small-mindedness? It is time to unplug the lines that lead to the swamp. It is time to reroute your connections to the mountain peak. This is the second step in your 30-day transformation. Protect the energy you are transmuting. Build the wall. Forge the shield. The world is a battlefield of vibrations, and only those with the iron aura will survive the transition from mediocrity to genius. As we close this chapter on the invisible wall, ask yourself, is your shield strong enough to hold your dream? Or are you letting the vibrational noise of the masses drown out the still, small voice of infinite intelligence? The power to build this wall lies in your willpower. Use it. Be the gatekeeper. Be the sovereign. Be iron. Your aura is the only thing you take into the great beyond. Make sure it is a masterpiece of light and power. The master mind is waiting for your call, but it only answers those who have first mastered the silence behind their own shield. Stay in the forge. Keep the fire hot, but keep the walls high. The world yields to the man who is vibrationally self-sufficient. This is the secret of the Gilded Age Titans, and it is the secret to your future. I am Napoleon Hill, and I tell you, your mind is your kingdom. Guard the gates. Whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve, but only if it has the sanctity of solitude in which to conceive it. Build your wall. Forge your future. Become the shielded Titan. Until next time, let no vibration but your own rule your soul. Stay disciplined, stay iron. I have observed that the most treacherous breach in a man's fortress often occurs through the medium of passive intake. You may believe that by simply sitting in a room while a drifter speaks, you are remaining unaffected. You are mistaken. The subconscious mind does not possess a mute button. It is a sensitive recording plate that captures every groan of agony, every whisper of resentment, and every vibration of failure that fills the air around you. To be iron is to realize that your ears are the open windows to your soul. If you allow a man to pour his mental garbage into your ears, you are giving him a key to your laboratory. You must learn to be vibrationally deaf to anything that does not align with your definite chief aim. This brings us to the philosophy of the inner circle. In my years of consulting for the Titans, I noted that their most private offices were never located on the street level. They were perched high in the clouds, in the penthouses of stone and steel. This was not merely for the view, it was a physical manifestation of their vibrational exclusion. They created a physical distance between themselves and the static of the street. You must do the same with your mental geography. You must move your operating room to a higher altitude. If your current friends and associates cannot breathe the thin air of high-altitude ambition, you must leave them at the base of the mountain. You cannot carry a grounding wire to the peak and expect to remain a broadcasting station. Observe the aura of the skeptic. The skeptic is a man whose shield is built entirely of resistance. He thinks he is protected because he believes in nothing. In reality, his aura is a brittle shell that shatters at the first sign of true power. The iron shield is not built of resistance. It is built of resonance. It is a proactive field of energy that is so busy vibrating with faith and purpose that it has no room for the frequency of doubt. When you encounter a skeptic, do not argue with him. To argue is to engage with his vibration. Simply look through him. Let your shield be so radiant that his skepticism is neutralized by the sheer heat of your certainty. This is the silent conquest of the master mind. I want to speak to you about vibrational contagion in the home. I have seen the master mind of a great businessman destroyed by a discordant spouse. This is a delicate subject, but one that the iron wisdom cannot ignore. If the person with whom you share your most intimate vibrations is not in harmony with your definite chief aim, they are creating a short circuit in your battery every single night. You are trying to build a cathedral while they are picking at the foundation. You must either transmute their spirit into harmony with yours, or you must build a lead shield around your plans that they can never penetrate. You cannot serve two masters, the mastermind and the domestic drifter. One must yield to the other. Let us analyze the physics of the group aura. When a mastermind group is formed, a collective subconscious is created. This collective mind has a vibrational threshold that is determined by its weakest member. This is why the chain is only as strong as its weakest link. If you have 5 men vibrating at the frequency of wealth and 1 man vibrating at the frequency of envy, the entire group's broadcast is tainted. The envious mind acts as a frequency jammer. It sends out counter vibrations that confuse the infinite intelligence. This is why you must be vibrationally ruthless in your selection of partners. It is better to have a mastermind of 2 who are in perfect harmony than a mastermind of 10 who are in constant friction. To maintain your shield, you must also understand the law of the mask. In the world of commerce, you will often find yourself among those who are vibrational thieves. To protect yourself, you must learn to wear a neutral mask. You do not reveal your enthusiasm to the uninitiated. You do not show your power vibration to those who would seek to drain it. You keep your iron under a velvet glove. You move through the marketplace as a vibrational ghost, present in body. But your true aura of power is kept safely behind your internal wall. You only unveil your true magnetism when you are in the presence of your mastermind or when you are closing a deal with a fellow titan. This is strategic secrecy. Think of your daily routine as the wall-building process. Every morning when you repeat your self-confidence formula, you are laying a row of vibrational bricks. Every time you practice sex transmutation, you are mixing the mortar of your magnetism. By the time you step out into the world, your fortress should be 10 feet thick. The scattered man wakes up and immediately checks the news or the gossip, which is equivalent to taking a sledgehammer to his own walls before the day has even begun. He starts his day with breaches in his shield. The transmuted man starts his day with reinforcement. He does not engage with the world until his internal pressure is higher than the external atmosphere. I want to introduce you to the vibration of the definite no. Most men have a leaky aura because they cannot say no. They say yes to trivial social engagements, yes to quick coffee meetings, and yes to the small favors of the lazy. Every yes to a drifter is a no to your definite chief aim. Every time you agree to a low vibration activity, you are inviting a hole into your shield. The Iron Gatekeeper uses the word no as a vibrational scalpel. He cuts away anything that does not serve the great work. His no is a seal that keeps his energy contained. Do not be afraid to be called selfish. The world calls any man selfish who refuses to let the world waste his time. The mastermind shield is also the secret to instant intuition. When your shield is strong and your mind is not cluttered with the vibrations of others, you become a high sensitivity receiver. You can sense a liar before he speaks. You can feel a bad deal before the contract is even written. This is because your aura is no longer dampened by the static of the masses. You are vibrating at such a high rate that anything disharmonious creates a vibrational jar that alerts your sixth sense. This is the Titan's instinct. It is not a gift, it is a byproduct of vibrational purity. You cannot hear the whisper of intuition in a room full of shouting drifters. We must also discuss the vibration of the workspace. If you work in an open office or a place where poverty talk is the standard, you are in a vibrational war zone. You must create a portable shield. You do this through mental isolation. You create a bubble of thought around your desk. You use visual anchors, a photo of your goal, a piece of iron, a book by a master, to keep your frequency locked. When the static of the office tries to enter your bubble, you transmute that noise into fuel for your focus. You tell your subconscious, every complaint I hear only increases my hunger for success. Every excuse I hear only hardens my iron will. In this way, you turn the parasites into power sources. I have observed that the iron shield is most vulnerable during times of success. When you win, you tend to open up. You become expansive. This is when the vibrational vultures arrive. They come to congratulate you, but they stay to bleed you. They want a piece of the light. You must be most iron when you are most successful. You must keep your shield high, especially when the world is cheering. Do not let the flattery of the masses soften your vibration. Flattery is a vibrational solvent that dissolves the iron in the soul. Stay stoic in victory. Stay shielded in triumph. The true Titan is a man who can hold a fortune in his hand and a wall in his mind at the same time. The mastermind shield is the final requirement for the descent of infinite intelligence. The great wisdom will not enter a dirty house. If your mind is a mess of other people's opinions, fears, and vibrations, there is no clean space for the new idea to land. You must vacuum seal your mind. You must create a silent void where the flash of genius can be heard. This is the iron wisdom in its highest form. It is the realization that you are a temple of thought. The master mind shield is the curtain that separates the Holy of Holies from the courtyard of the Gentiles. Keep your curtain closed. Keep your fire burning. Keep your iron pure. I challenge you to a vibrational fast. For the next 7 days, allow no negative suggestion to pass your lips, and allow no negative association to enter your time. Be ruthlessly exclusive. If a conversation turns to gossip or lack, walk away. If a friend drains you, do not answer the call. See yourself as a nuclear reactor that must be kept at a critical frequency. Watch how your sixth sense begins to sharpen. Watch how your magnetism begins to scream in the silence. You are building the invisible wall. You are forging the mastermind shield. You are becoming the shielded Titan. Stay in the forge. The world is a vibrational marketplace, but your soul is not for sale. Guard your magnetism with your life, for it is your life. The iron is only as strong as its purity. Keep the slag out. Keep the drifters away. Build the wall that even time cannot crumble. I am Napoleon Hill, and I tell you, the man with the fortress mind is the only man who is truly free. Build your wall, forge your future, stand in the strength of the shield. Whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve, but only if the environment is iron. Stay disciplined, stay shielded, stay iron.